Hey Assassins, welcome to the Intel Room. This is a podcast brought to you by myself, Rob from Animus.mobby, and Sir Alex and Khaleesi, who are staff members of the official Assassin's Creed Rebellion Discord. Now, if it wasn't for them two, there probably wouldn't be an official Assassin's Creed Rebellion Discord, because they were the main protagonists behind the unofficial server. Khaleesi does all the emotes, Sir Alex, and then report bugs and everything, and they're very passionate about the game and take time out of their day to help you on your journey through the game without you probably even realising. So this was very nerve-wracking for a few of them. This is the first time some of them have ever done anything like this. There is a link down below for the podcast on Spotify. Drop it a follow, just show some support. Pop the comments what you would like us to cover in a future episode. We at one point will probably get guests on, so if you're interested in that, feel free to comment on that as well. But yeah, this is just completely unscripted, just people who are passionate about the game talking about what is coming to the game and just covering a couple of subjects within it. You can obviously listen to the podcast if you're just chilling on the train home from work or something like that. But yeah, this is obviously going to be a little feature that comes when something big happens in the game. So please show your support, especially to the people who don't normally do this. And you are going to find out what happens when two Englishmen, an Italian and a Czech end up on a Discord call together. So please, hope you enjoy the video. You all stay safe and we'll see you in the next podcast. Take care, Assassins.
Hello.
Now
and
recording.
welcome to episode 1 of the Intel Room podcast. This is a place where we're going to be discussing Assassin's Creed Rebellion. We're going to be talking about recent and upcoming updates, patches, heroes, weapons, game modes, whatever is going on at the time. Let's get started by meeting the team. So first of all, we have Sir Alex. Sir Alex, why don't you tell us a bit about how you got involved with Rebellion and where the community members might know you from?
Sorry, wasn't paying attention. Come again? Are we recording yet? Yeah. So, hello, I'm Sir Alex. I play Rebellion since day one, so a couple of years ago, and I'm on both the original and the official Discord as a staff member. So yeah, huge Assassin's Creed fan.
Very good. Next up, we have Khaleesi. Khaleesi, say hi.
Hi, hello. I've been playing Assassin's Creed Rebellion for about a year and a half. Oh no, I have to do this over again.
No, give it going.
No.
Come on.
Oh, okay. The first time I've ever came across the Assassin's Creed game, it was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood years ago. Basically, that was the reason why I searched for an Assassin's Creed game on mobile and came across Assassin's Creed Rebellion. I've been playing it since about a year and a half and got totally hooked on the game. So that's about it.
Very good.
Yeah.
And also survivor of the Facebook group, but we won't talk about
Yeah,
that.
she is also Discord queen. So yeah, there's that.
And last but certainly not least, we have Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
You all right, Rob? Hello, everybody. Yeah, you may know me from, obviously, I'm an ACR content creator on YouTube. Stream the main series on Twitch as well. Huge Assassin's Creed fan. Started off with AC1. Not Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2 was what really gripped me. Storyline, the setting and everything. So since then, I've just became a huge fan. And yeah, just stumbled across ACR. I did actually kind of sign up to get it like notification when it was ready to play, but I didn't see it, so I started a lot later than I should have. So, but yeah, it's I got into the game probably a year and a half ago, on February last year, and it's just amazing. I love it. Just the freedom to kind of do what you do in the game is what probably drew me to it, really. So yeah, huge fan of the game. Love it. Love the community on the game as well. So yeah.
Cool, man. No, very good. And yep, I'm Rob. People might know my website, animus.mobby. I also got into the game, I think probably a couple of days after it came out. So yeah, that is coming up on 2 years now, which is crazy. But yeah, thank you all for being here. A quick run through of what the podcast is. We're obviously hoping to get these out at least once a month. And we're going to run through hopefully a few topics in each. Tonight, we are going to be talking all about Eivor and Eivor, both coming to the Rebellion. After that, we'll have a chat about Animus Bounties, quite a recent update, get the thoughts from the guys, what they think about those. And depending how we're doing for time, we'll have a chat about Adewale as well. So first things first, let's have a chat about the upcoming Helix Rift event, which is the Raven's Wound. So for those out of the loop, I think this was first announced on October 5th. Well, it was teased. I think we got the image of the shield and the horn in the snow. We then had the Assassin's Creed Rebellion logo in the Valhalla theming. We got the shot of Aguilar with the horn in the snow. The event itself was actually finally announced on the 29th when we got the name and the date. So it will be coming on November 19th. We then got the infamous shot, the instant classic of Gershon lifting up his goggles to reveal his Valhalla eye paint. Very nice. So yeah, that's where we are. So I guess what I want to know from you guys is, how excited are you for this new event? I think it's been about 8 months since we last had a new event, Dead Men's Gold. And then obviously we had a lot of promo for this, a lot of teaser images. So just kind of, were your expectations met? Were they exceeded, not quite met? Yeah, just how are you feeling? So Sir Alex, why don't we start with you?
All right. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, sure. I think that is also, being carried by the excitement for the main game, of course. So the timing is right. Even though I still really don't know what the game is going to be like, so we can just imagine from like trailers and such. But yeah, we got maybe a few more teasers than I expected. Like, we got like a couple of first, but then the logo, the shield, and then Aguilar with the horn and blah blah blah. So it was. I was expecting maybe a few more info before. We recently got the credit text, which they were not really a surprise, but still, that's the first actual piece of info we know, except for the release date.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's definitely been a long time since the last new event.
Yeah,
so
March, man.
I am pretty excited about that because new maps, new things, potentially new mechanics. I don't know, new roster. So
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. Also, I like the landscapes in general. I mean, what they hint from the teasers. So the north landscape seems to be pretty cool.
Yeah, Northern Lights.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty excited.
Cool. Yeah, nice. How about you, Khaleesi? Are you always excited for new events?
I'm always excited about all
regardless.
Yeah, I'm an excitable person. I'm hype. I'm happy that we are getting new content. I expect that the visuals will be beautiful, as they usually are. Also new mechanics, like Sir Alex said. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to new missions. That's the thing I'm really looking forward to, something new to do. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah. And Charlie, yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it met expectations. I wasn't expecting anything more than a Helix Rift event. I think they've missed the boat massively. I don't think the hype for Assassin's Creed is going to get any bigger than it currently is. And I thought this probably would have been a good time to possibly push Rebellion into a new phase and possibly make Valhalla like a new region. I think for me that is a trick they've missed, because you're going to have overflow from Valhalla coming to Assassin's Creed Rebellion. It's it's going to happen. People are obviously going to get the bug. They're going to YouTube video. They're going to search videos on YouTube. They're going to search the App Store, and I think they've just missed the trick. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to look beautiful. I just wish that they'd taken this to possibly create a new region rather than just a Helix Rift event, because the Helix Rift event is going to be fun. You'll probably get it once every 2 months, possibly, depending on how the Helix Rift events play out through the calendar. But yeah, I wasn't expecting anything more than what they delivered. I was just praying that it was going to be that time where someone from the marketing department was like, right, the game's hyped now, let's try and kick on with this game. And by putting a Valhalla region in, would have just, I think, drawn so many more people to the game.
Yeah, that was my thing. Like, because obviously Rebellion launched alongside Odyssey, and this is, the next main game we've had, and it's kind of the first one that's come out while Rebellion is full steam. So there was no real precedent as to what to expect. Obviously, it would have been nice to have more than an event. But at the same time, like the content I want to come to the game, like end game, new game modes, it doesn't necessarily have to be tied to Valhalla. I hope that stuff is still coming. But yeah, I guess it was right what I expected. I think almost everybody expected event plus Eivors.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that I wouldn't rule anything else out though just yet. I mean, games are not like a few years ago where they just start and you're done. They need to last for years. Like Valhalla, obviously the hype won't be the same in like say 6 months or so, or like in here. So still Valhalla will still be relevant, will still be the main AC game, will still be the one supported with new content DLC for a long time, because now everything needs to be a live service thing. So we might not be done just yet with Valhalla content for Rebellion.
No.
I'd say it could be possible. So a new region, it will be pretty cool, especially because there's England, there's Norway, that there's even, I think, North America is supposed to be in the game. There's like those mythical areas like Valhalla or whatever, Jotunheim. So the potential is there. I think it's something that may or may not happen in the future. The fact that it's not happening now doesn't mean that we're done.
No, I think that this is going to be another source of new heroes. I really think that this is going to happen, that we are going to be having more heroes cross over to Assassin's Creed Rebellion, at least that. Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, shall we start talking about the reveal of Eivor and Eivor?
Who would have guessed?
I know, this was the shortest tease reveal in the history of all events. I think it was actually November 5th they put up the silhouettes, asking people if they could guess who it is, and then literally the very next day revealing both the male and the female Eivor. And it has been confirmed by Bummy that it will be 2 separate heroes in Rebellion, both named Eivor, so no distinction there. But how are you guys feeling about that? And yeah, what do you expect from the Eivors?
So I start?
Oh, go for it, yeah.
All right. Honestly, I was hoping for like something else. Like I knew Eivor was supposed to be at least one hero, but I was hoping for the other one to be someone else. Like since unlike Odyssey, where they're like different characters, like you can choose one of them, but the one you choose and then the other one is still in the world as a different character. Like this time, I have no idea how they'll deal with it in the main game, but they're literally the same character. Like it's not just a name; it's the same character. So I was maybe hoping for one Eivor and then one, I don't know, one assassin, maybe, if there's one in the game.
Because they've been promoting other characters, right? Like
Vasim
was featured heavily, and I thought maybe they might come with a different hero like that. But
yeah, that was I was open for. I mean, I'm fine. We're getting 2 heroes, and it's also probably tricky to choose between male and female if you're going to put just one in the game.
Mhm.
So this is definitely the safest option. And as long as they're not the same skills wise and class wise, then I'm happy.
Yeah, Charlie, what do you reckon they're going to do with like subclasses, skills? Do you think they'll be similar, completely different, exactly the same?
I think they'll be completely different. I like what they've done. I think this was probably the best way to go about it. As Sir Alex said, when it comes to the main game, I don't know how this hero is going to play. I don't know whether you can choose gender at the start, whether certain missions require you to be the male, then certain female. I have no idea how it's going to interact. I've not watched.
Seems like you can choose it from the start. But
right.
You can either swap in on the go, or you can even let the game decides when to swap.
Right, because I've not watched any teasers for it. I don't want to be spoiled, so I've not really watched any videos on it because I just want to experience it firsthand. Now that's fine. To be honest with you, Sir Alex, I probably forget about some of the stuff like when I'm on it, but I've not watched any YouTube videos on it really. I've just watched the trailer, and I think this. I like the way they've introduced this. I like the fact that they're two separate heroes. Coming from previous games I've played before, like for example Marvel Contest of Champions, where there are various different variations of heroes in that. So you've got like 90 Cyclops, Xavier Cyclops, for example, and things like that. So they have the same hero, but various different versions of them. So I quite like this. I think that they're going to be completely two different heroes. For what I think they're going to be, I'm not too sure. Obviously, both wielding axes. You'd obviously put them in a purple class as either a DPS or a tank or something like that, or maybe sneak one in as an assassin. But I think it'd be great that you could run these two heroes side by side in a mission and each offer something different. That's what I like about it. So I am glad that they've brought Eivor to the game in two separate forms. I'm a big fan of that, and I think they've hit the nail on the head with that. I think that was absolutely brilliant and the correct way to do it.
Yeah, it's true. You definitely get more variety.
I like it too. I like the fact that there are two heroes. I did expect that also because of Odyssey and Cassandra and Alexios. So I just thought that it would be kind of logical if they put both of them in the game.
Were you hoping they'd put like a toggle in though, so you could have one hero and like toggle between?
I didn't think that would happen because I just think that it might be very complicated to implement something like that in a mobile game, or at least in Assassin's Creed Rebellion.
Yeah, and then
we haven't had that so far.
It would purely be cosmetic as well. So flipping between genders to me would offer nothing exciting into the game. I think the fact that you've got two heroes that are potentially going to have completely two different unique abilities and classes just makes it far more interesting than hitting a toggle between a male and a female character. So that's why I'm glad they've introduced both.
So what are you guys hoping for? What will they be role-wise?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow Charlie's lead. I think they really lend themselves to being enforcers, right? From what we've seen, at least from the the Valhalla main game promotional stuff, is lots of very visceral, brutal combat. You would expect enforcers, maybe similar, like you said, to Alexios and Cassandra, where it's two enforcers but different subclasses, maybe something like that.
What subclasses would you like?
I like the combination of DPS and assassination. I really like that. Yeah, I think that's my favorite combo in the game.
I could see
I'd love to have an AoE, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's the one I'd like, to be honest.
Well, yeah, Ivor's got two. The male one's got two axes as an E, so that I think would probably be quite good for area of effect. Like you could possibly use both axes to create that area of effect kind of damage,
like a whirlwind stuff. I think in the picture they got one each. They got one axe each.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because in the main game, there's obviously dual wielding axes and throwing.
Yeah, but you can dual wield shields. I mean, so you can dual with everything.
Yeah, and you guys were talking about abilities earlier and like different skill checks and stuff. It'd be great if there was some axe throwing involved.
Oh yeah,
I think Connor
like a
could make
throwing
use of that
knife.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be charged though. I reckon it'll be the brace of pistols, but an axe version, long and short of it. I think that's what they'll probably do. I think that one of them probably will sneak in as an assassin. I don't know why. I've just got a feeling that one of them's going to sneak in as an assassin's class. I could be wrong,
I
but
hope so.
I've just got a feeling. I reckon that the Mal Ivor, I've said it wrong. Ivor is he's going to be. All right, there'll be an assassin's class. I do. I think it could be like kind of an assassin with an extremely good health pool, kind of like an Isaac. If you kind of like a bit heavy armorish, a bit brutish, a little bit different to your normal assassin. I don't think he's going to get you around the map, but I think he's going to hit incredibly hard, and he's going to be able to assassinate pretty well. So I think that's what I wouldn't mind seeing from that hero.
So like a Bayek, but less cool.
Oh, I love Bayek.
Bayek is also in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see the female version basically being him, long and short of it, like the same character build as him in the game.
I would really like to see a female version do what Bayek does. That's what I would like to see. A female version having the DPS assassination combination. I would like that very much.
Isn't that like Cassandra being that because she has assassination and she sucks, but I mean
well, that's
Oh, she's a lot better since the legendary weapon. She's a lot better since the legendary weapon.
Since the legendary weapon, she's good, but it's not quite the same. It's not. That's not it. No, I want
all right.
more. Yeah.
Fair
She
enough.
wants the new S-class hero coming.
Yeah, I want a new S-class.
Well, let's hope her lethality is a little bit better than Bayek's, because that's not great. But then at least if he fails an assassin, at least if he fails an assassination, he can crit it and kill him. So yeah, I've actually looked at somebody before and killed him. So
yeah, no, all good.
I think I've also seen like there's a throwing axes, then there's some very brutal finishing skills in the main game. Valhalla. I've also seen some stomping stuff. So I don't know, because we got a kick with Alexios. So I don't know, maybe they could somehow implement like a stomp. I really don't know. I'm just thinking it through now.
something like Malik's.
Yeah, there's choices for sure.
Because Malik's got something like that, hasn't he? Where it's the knee something ability,
combo.
where he disorientates them and things like that. So they could like similar ability like that on him, something which is just brutish that does a fair bit of damage and disorientates them or something like that.
I always loved those kick animations. They look ridiculous.
Yeah,
They're so
pretty
fun to
cool.
watch.
Well, Alexis is the best hero in the game, but we'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had a little technical glitch there. But carrying on, the other question I wanted to ask you guys is, how do you think Eivor is going to work in terms of leaderboard reward versus progress reward? Are they just going to have to hand out the same amount of each? And how do you think they'll handle the rewards? And there's going to be like a hero cube as well, right? Are we going to get DNA of both? What do you reckon, Sir Alex?
I don't know. I mean, I think the only time we got full DNA for both was during the Odyssey event. I think the very first one. Oh well, maybe for a while
they did
actually.
it for a while, yeah.
No. I think about it. It was for a while. So I was fine with it because they both, they have the same rarity. They're both legendary, so that's fine. It's fair to get both DNA. I'm not sure they did this. I didn't really like when they changed how the Odyssey event works with like Cassandra. First, it was like supposed to be Cassandra all the times with the ranking DNA, and then Alexia just be progression only. But I think they swapped them a couple of times very recently. Maybe that's not something I like because they're both legendaries. They should be getting either both DNA, full DNA for both progression and ranking, or just do one event with Eivor male and one event with Eivor female, whatever. I wouldn't want them to have one on ranking and one on the leaderboard. Just seems stupid. I mean, I'm fine with it when the second hero is an epic one or whatever other rarity, but not when they're both the same. And I'm assuming it will be both legendaries here.
Yeah, and the other thing is like all heroes now are supposed to be launching with legendary gear, right? Like I assume Eivor would want to launch with a legendary axe. Does that mean they can both use a legendary gear, which again would be a first?
I guess it depends on the class, though, doesn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
if they're enforcers, I guess they can both have an axe, right?
Well, not both of them are enforcers.
That'll be a
But even if
T5
they
problem,
are-
though, wouldn't it? Not so much,
Yeah.
because legendary gear is specific to that hero and that hero only. So they'd have to release. They could release an axe that has both their symbols next to it to say that this weapon can be equipped by both these heroes. Or, as I said, when it comes to a T5 weapon, if you can't get that, then it's going to have to go off of class. And depending on what class they are, they might not even have a T5 weapon if they don't introduce two legendary weapons at the same time.
I think I like variety, so I think it's okay if we can't get everything right away. It kind of leaves you the chance to actually try and play more. If you get everything right away, then it's boring. It's not fun.
I think that's a conversation for another podcast because I think I wanted to wade in so much there. I completely agree with you, Khaleesi. completely agree with you. So
it's tough. They've obviously been trying to accelerate how quickly they're getting the heroes out and not have everyone sitting on a full roster. But we can chat about that another time.
Yeah, let's jump off that.
Yes, let's instead jump into Animus Bounties. So this is a new game mode which has come out fairly recently. For those who haven't seen it, there's basically a bounty each day, which is a set of 10 missions of increasing difficulty. 3 of the days are coin bounties, then we have a potion bounty day, a codex bounty day, and of course a helix bounty day. Then on Sunday, they just unleash them all, so all 6 run at once. The difficulty, I think, runs from something like level 5 on mission 1 to level 50 on mission 10. And just for context, I think Grandmaster 5 missions are level 66. I think Story 28 is level 68. So they're obviously nowhere near as difficult as those. But Khaleesi, what do you think about the bounties? Have you been having fun with them? What do you think about them? What do you like? What don't you like?
They are really very, very easy. Far too easy. Like you can put 3 heroes on full auto mode through all 10 missions. So that's bad. I mean, auto makes John jump through everything. So that's just, and he doesn't even need a potion. So they're way too easy for veteran players. I don't like that part, honestly. And I think that the rewards for going through all those 10 missions are simply not worth it. They're too low.
No, I guess they're related to the difficulty, right? But yeah, both quite low. Charlie, what do you reckon? How many of these do you run like during the week?
Well, due to like circumstances of late, not many. I enjoyed the coin bounties. I do the credit bounties. I've got no need for the other 2. I kind of agree with Khaleesi. Like, I tend to have 2 of the required heroes to bring in, and then I just bring Domingo in, click his ability that gives initiative and attack and defense bonus, and just press auto. I think it's a nice addition to the game. I kind of agree that they are slightly easier, but at the same time, if you're doing these daily, you don't want them too hard because then it just becomes a grind. I think the rewards are fine. I think the Helix credits, that's enough. I think that's more than enough that you can get for just running through that. That's fine. I'm happy with the amount of credits. I'd like to have seen a little bit more increase in gold, considering how much an extra training room, something even so simple in that costs. I would have liked to have seen the gold just pushed a little bit higher, but all in all, if you're a new player to the game, the potions are very hard to come by at the start of the game, and if you're trying to burn through as much as you can, Helix Rift events, stuff like that, it's a good way to top up. Same with codexes. So yeah, they're a nice addition. Yeah, I'm not fussed about the difficulty. If it was a bit harder, yeah, it'd probably
Yeah, because
involve a
it
little
feels
bit
like they're
more.
very much aimed at kind of players in their first 6 months, right? Like
Yeah.
first 6 to 9
I need
months.
to say something here for comparison.
Hmm.
I've started playing a new account, and right now I'm level 31 finally. While playing bounties, and I usually aim for the codex and the potion ones because these things are important in lower levels, you get like literally 5 single codex pages for completing the first few missions. And that's,
Yeah.
you cannot play on auto while you're on level 31. They're still not playable like that. So I really think that these rewards should be balanced out a little better.
Yeah, it feels like they're kind of not helping the end game players because it's a bit too trivial and the difficulty is not high enough. And yeah, if you're playing that on a low level account and still not enjoying it, it doesn't feel like it's pitched in the right place. So Alex, what do you think, and what would you change if you could change something about them?
Not sure. I think I ran all in on the Helix one, and then the coins one. When I remember, I pretty much treat them as ads. So I put the game on auto, and then I do something else while they do the missions. So often this problem of the difficulty and the rewards. I guess they're fine for the difficulty they have. Like they're so easy, then I can't expect them to give me huge rewards for basically nothing. But I think you either have to give me like a challenge or the rewards to get me interested in them. So at the current state, there's none of them, and I'm not sure why they didn't scale them to the current like story 28 level in the first place. That will be logical to me, but not sure why they didn't. But it is something that they can adjust, they can change in time. They're nice because they do not cost anything. So they don't cost Intel. So even if a new player, which is you have to run all the legacy missions, then you try to fasten codex and blah blah blah. You can run them at zero cost. So that's something. It's free stuff. You never split on free stuff, but still, from a data point of view, or from someone like 2-3 months in, they really start to lose appeal.
Yeah, I think that's my thing. I would love there to be like levels 11 through 15 and scale it up so like level 15 is at or slightly higher than the harder stuff we've got at the moment, just to give endgame players something to do. Although coming back to like the same missions like week after week, even though like you only do the Helix ones, I think it is gonna wear thin quite quickly. I'd like to see maybe if they could rotate like the class requirements and the missions, even if you were just swapping them around and like making the disarm one the Helix one week, just
like
so we're getting
like they
a different
rotate the
level.
rosters, right?
Yeah, because as things stand,
If they
you're
did,
doing the same thing every week, right?
yeah.
It would be also cool if we would be allowed to use, if there weren't no power limitations. Like if you could,
Wait, there's power limitations?
yeah, if your heroes don't have the required power level,
Right,
you are
yeah,
not
you can't
allowed
start.
to bring them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you can't use a common on most of them. Well, most of the latest ones, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In story missions you can start them underpowered, right? But like Helix
Yeah.
missions, Helix Rift events, you can't start
can't.
underpowered. Yeah. So I guess this is one of the ones you can't start underpowered.
Yeah, and I think it would be cool if we could do that, sort of giving us a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like Sir Alex says, I hope this is, the first iteration and they come back and revise it and hopefully tackle some of these issues. But it's fantastic that they're adding new game modes. We've been
Yeah,
crying for them for a
that's for
long
sure.
time. So
We provided the feedback anyway, and it was written and parts of that, so we've been fairly loud with that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. No, and I think yeah, it looks like the development is accelerating. I feel like we're getting more stuff more quickly now. So I'm very hopeful for the future. I don't think we'll have time to tackle our Adewale topic this week. So maybe we can save that for next week.
That's awesome because I'm gonna have him maxed. So
yeah, I mean, we're
hopefully.
recording this on November 9th, and Echoes Through the Animus is going on right now. How's everybody doing in their bracket? Are we winning?
I'm fourth.
Fourth?
Oh, I'm like
Yeah.
ranked 6th. I can't 100%. I can't 5-star him. If I got finished first, I'd still be 3 fragments short. So I've just like, if I get a mid-table 60, 65 fragments, that'll do me. And then I can max him out next event. So one of my subs, funny enough, is in the same bracket as me, who's in my Discord. And I was like, he's smashing it. And he was like, please leave me alone. Please let me finish top. So I was like, yeah, I'm not pushing. Like but I'm looking forward to getting 5-starred. I'm looking forward to hear how he's going to play because
yeah. I'm in the same spot as you. I won't be able to 5-star him this event. I think you had to do quite well on the introductory cube, which I think you did.
I think you had more than 45 DNA. That was what Newman said, so I'm gonna trust him. But yeah, if I end up first, I should be able to max him out. So we'll see. I'm 4th at the moment, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, and then not this free to play whales pricks ruining my day.
Insert Helix here. Come on, man.
Yeah, sure.
That's good. So
we got those Bounties.
There you go. So next time we talk, hopefully one or two of us might have a 5-star Adewale, so we can talk about him then. I only like to really get stuck in once he's 5-star anyway. So yeah, we can shelve that one for now. I guess we have to wrap up now. So I just want to thank all you guys for your time. If anybody is listening to this and they have like any questions or any topics that they'd like us to discuss on a future episode, then please get in touch. Or even if you are interested in being on one of these in the future, I'm sure we can arrange something. So for Sir Alex, Khaleesi, and myself, you can obviously find us on the Discord. If you haven't been to the Discord yet, you can actually find a link to it in the game. I think if you click on your player profile in the bottom right, there'll be links to Facebook, Twitter, and the middle one is Discord. So you can find us all there. Charlie, do you want to let people know where they can find you?
Yeah, you could just go onto YouTube, type in CharlieB17. I am now the top search on there, which is quite nice. So I've done I think over 150 Assassin's Creed Rebellion videos. I think it is now, or close to that.
Wow.
So yeah, there's plenty on the channel. I live stream on Twitch as well. So mainly Assassin's Creed, so you can come in and ask me things on there. So yeah, and I am in the Discords as well. So just if you do want me to speak to you, just at me, because yeah, I probably won't see it otherwise.
All good. How's the pursuit for 1,000 subs?
Yeah, not too bad. It goes up and down. I think you've got a channel, you know what it's like. I'm 34 away from 1,000 subscribers.
Right. Come on, community. Let's get on that.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many uploads. 226. So that might actually be more videos than that on the channel. I know I've done a lot. So yeah, I've got them all under a playlist. They're fairly accessible. So
That's crazy, man. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, it's 174 videos I've done on Assassin's Creed Rebellion.
Cool.
So yeah.
There you go. Cool. Well, all right, guys. Thanks for everybody who listened.
Thank you.
Like I said, we'll try and put one of these out at least once a month. If there's anything particularly hectic going on, we'll try and jump on an additional one maybe. But until then, thanks for coming. Catch y'all later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.